Okay, fine. So we are seeing the classification of sympathomimetics. So first category, that is direct acting sympathomimetics. Direct acting, I'm abbreviating it as sympathomimetics. Under that you have subcategory, that is endogenous catecholamines. Examples: endogenous catecholamines. So examples include dopamine, epinephrine, norepinephrine. You must be knowing these three structures. We have discussed these structures in detail when we were discussing about the biosynthesis and catabolism of catecholamines. So these three are the endogenous catecholamines. Endogenous means they are present inside our biological system, inside our body. Okay, if they are made artificially, they can be resembling the biomolecules which are already present inside our body. Okay, dopamine, epinephrine, and norepinephrine. And the second category under direct acting sympathomimetics is alpha adrenergic receptor agonist. Okay, alpha receptor agonists. So what all are the examples? Examples are phenylephrine, nafazolin, xylometazolin and oxometazolin, xylometazolin and oxymetazolin, clonidine and methyl dopa. Clonidine and methyl dopa. And the third subcategory includes beta receptor agonists. Beta agonists. These are alpha agonists. These are endogenous. So isoproterenol is the example. Terbutaline, next example is salbutamol, bitalterol. Okay, so these all are the examples of beta agonists. Then comes dual alpha and beta agonists. Next subcategory is dual alpha and beta agonists. So example include dobutamine. Fine. So then comes the second main category, that is indirect acting sympathomimetics. Okay, the examples include amphetamine, hydroxyamphetamine, hydroxyamphetamine, propylhexedrine or propylhexedrine, propylhexedrine. Okay, these all are the examples. One more is there, pseudoephedrine. Pseudoephedrine. Likewise, we have sympathomimetics, right, with the mixed mechanism of action. sympathomimetics with mixed mechanism of action. So what are the examples? Ephedrine and metaraminol. Ephedrine and metaraminol. So this is the classification of sympathomimetics. Fine. So they are mainly having three categories. One is directly acting, indirectly acting, and sympathomimetics with mixed mechanism of action. So they are classified according to their mechanism of action here. So and these drugs include only the drugs which are which were given in our syllabus. Okay, according to the JNTU syllabus. Then we have first one is directly acting sympathomimetics. In that you have 3 to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 subcategories. First one is endogenous catecholamines, which are very much similar to our biomolecules which are already present. We have discussed them while we were dealing with the topic called biosynthesis and metabolism of catecholamines. Okay, you must be knowing the parent structure also, as we have already discussed the structure activity relationships in our earlier classes. Okay, then endogenous catecholamines having the examples dopamine, epinephrine, norepinephrine. Then the next subcategory includes alpha agonists, alpha adrenergic receptor. Alpha is an adrenergic receptor. Okay, so alpha adrenergic receptor agonists. The examples include phenylephrine, nafazolin, xylometazoline, oxymetazoline, clonidine, methyl-dopa. Then the next subcategory includes beta agonist. That means beta adrenergic receptor agonist. The examples include isoproterenol, terbutaline, salbutamol, bitalterol. Okay, then comes the last subcategory, that is dual alpha and beta agonist. That is dobutamine. Okay, then comes the next main category. Okay, these all are directly acting sympathomimetics. Then we have other main category, that is indirectly acting sympathomimetics. The examples include for indirect acting sympathomimetics are amphetamine, hydroxyamphetamine, propylhexedrine, pseudoephedrine. Okay, and the third category is sympathomimetics with mixed mechanism of action, and the drugs for the example of this category are ephedrine and metaraminol. Okay, so this is all about the classification, and we need to know how they look like, the structures of the drugs. So as part of learning chemical structures, the first category is directly acting sympathomimetics. In that we have first subcategory endogenous catecholamines. So as we need to see the structures, let us revise the biosynthesis of catecholamines at this instance, so that we can cover both the concepts in one go. Okay, so let me revise the biosynthesis of catecholamines also. So the first amino acid, that is phenylalanine. Phenylalanine is acted upon by hydroxylase, is giving another amino acid, that is tyrosine. Tyrosine again acted upon by the hydroxylase enzyme, and that will give you dopa. After dopa, it is acted upon by dopa decarboxylase. D means removal of what? Carboxylic acid. That will give us dopamine. Okay, again dopamine is hydroxylated at beta position, beta carbon, so beta hydroxylase. That will give us noradrenaline or norepinephrine, can be depicted as like this, Na or Ne. From noradrenaline you will get N-methyl transferase, that will give you adrenaline or epinephrine, can be So first remember, phenylalanine will be acted upon by the hydroxylase. Adding hydroxylase will give us tyrosine, and again another hydroxylase will give tyrosine. From tyrosine we'll get dopa. From dopa, carboxylic acid is removed by the enzyme called decarboxylase. As this is involving the removal of carboxylic acid, the name of the enzyme is decarboxylase, by which we are getting dopamine. Dopamine will be acted upon by the enzyme beta hydroxylase. That means at beta position hydroxyl group will be attached to the dopamine. That will turn the dopamine into noradrenaline. Noradrenaline will be acted upon by N-methyl transferase. That means one methyl group is added to the nitrogen of the amino group, and that will ultimately give us adrenaline or epinephrine. Now let us see it in